Hi, how you doing? Hope you're all well. Nice to see you. Oh, I'll just see everybody here. Monday night again. Oh, how quick does a week go? Um, Ben, how you doing? Steve, how you doing? Nice to see everybody. I'll just tell you a video tonight about how we take things for granted in life, and we should not take things for granted, like the fresh air and being alive, really, because when we're drinking, we just kill ourselves, don't we? The main thing is to get yourself in a mindset where you think you're going to get well again. Hello, Paul. How are you doing? Let's see. Cook, hiya. How are you doing? 14 people already. God, that's really incredible. Really good. Yeah, so we know alcohol's a poison, don't we? It's killed a lot of people. Hi, Leslie. How are you? But we take things for granted when we're drinking, don't we? Think, oh, I'm going to be all right tomorrow. I'm going to be fine. We'll have a few more drinks and everything will be all right. But when you get ill and you pray and you wish you had another extra drink, don't you? You wish you had another relapse. Because when I was ill, I thought, I wish I just kept on being sober for that 8 years and kept on for another 8 years, instead of relapsing badly. Hi, Rains. Nice to see you. Hi, Dan. You okay? I see 20 people on so soon. It's only 4 minutes past 9. Um, so we know alcohol's a poison, but we still do it, don't we? Let's Lena, how are you doing? Nice to see you. So we'll carry on drinking and we just think, oh, we're invincible. I even thought I was invincible in my 50s. But you're not invincible ever, really. Hello, Dennis. And the sooner you start drinking in life, or the earlier you start drinking in life, the more chance you have of becoming an alcoholic. And that's what seems to be the thread on this channel. A lot of people who start early and they become problem drinkers very young in life. Hello, Derek. How are you doing? Everyone's well, I think. I hope everyone's well. For a Monday, have you noticed how quickly the autumn set in? It doesn't mean too cold, but the early sort of darkness has started in the UK. Hello, Beef. Nice to see you. It's great that thing you did about the looking at the lives and the comments and stuff after it's been posted to re-watch it. It's really good. If anybody hasn't seen it, it's on community post where Beef and Chicken's done a video telling you how to navigate the live sessions and stuff. It's really good. Some good videos on there as well. But like I said tonight, I had a little walk in the park forest bit behind me, and it was nice just to walk along and feel a bit of sunshine and be free, really, which I've been for 6 years. Because being free is the best thing in the world, isn't it? Free of any alcohol ties, you're free of hospitals, you're not having any medication. I mean, some people have medications. I had for a couple of years when I left, but just free to be able to not feel as trapped anymore. And people get trapped in jobs and marriages and all sorts of things. But when you're trapped by your health, or you're trapped by this addiction, you feel there's not much can be done. Oh, Derek, what a wonderful donation. Thanks so much. Guess up your missus a coffee again. Thanks, Derek. That's really appreciate that. That's fantastic. That. Cheers. It helps the channel so much, that. I'm so grateful for the things that to support the channel like that is amazing. It's really good, and it's a nice community we've got here. And I don't think anybody's misbehaves in here. I think we're good. Thanks again, Derek. Okay, so and the missus a coffee. I certainly will. Thanks very much. I'll tell her as well. Hope you're well, Derek. Really do. Actually, poison is so accurate for alcohol. I was standing in the shower this morning, like I do every morning, just thinking, why the fuck do I do this to myself every single day? That's what we can't get our heads around, isn't it? Why do we do it every single day? It's the power of addiction again, but nobody can explain the power of addiction, really. Because if it could, we'd just take a magic pill. Leslie, someone just posted a foul comment about the phone. Really, I'll get rid of that. Fucking idiots, isn't it? I'll have a look at that now. Why are people such dickheads? Do you know, I've had a lot of idiots recently on the channel. I don't know where they come from. They tend to come time to time, not a lot, thankfully. But you do get the odd twat who's jealous or just with these trolls. That's what they do full time, innit? I don't know much about these trolls, but when you see one, you want to cut the head off the bread knife, don't you? That's how I feel about it. Really, really bad. What is that? Hi, that's complete. Well, hope you're quick, honestly. Let's have a look. What's in your spirit? I can't see at the moment, but I'll have a look down Leslie and sort it out. Or maybe Beef can have a look. Can I have a look at that post, the community post, and see what the comment is somebody put on about Leslie, who's written this, and I'll do it first. It's horrendous what people put. Well, yeah, that's the best way to feel sorry for them, because they're obviously dickheads. And people put things on my things every day. I just want to piss off. It's the best way to do it, as long as you're doing all right. They're obviously not happy in life. That's all I'll say. That's what I feel sorry for them. Pity more than laughter, really. That's when trolls just search for live shows and channels to just be proper bellends. All we can do is get rid quick and carry on. I agree. I wonder what motivates people to do that. I really do. Obviously, very insecure. You get a troll when they see someone doing good. Sad to say, but it's some people's nature. I suppose you're right. Yeah, people are jealous of us on here. We're meeting up and having a bit of a chat. Really, even that can get people's backs up, doesn't it? As you mean the Netflix and tea comment? I've never seen that. Hello, Sub. How are you doing? I can't ever get over 6 days sober. Then I drink again. Well, I do a one-to-one support program. If you have a look on the videos, there's a description part and there's a link to it there. Pleebix, or text this number +44 if you're outside the UK. Drop me a text on this number and I'll respond to that. Let's see, some people do a few days and then suddenly go back again because the craving comes in, or the need to drink, or the fear of missing out. I'll sort that out, Leslie, don't worry. We've got it. Oh, thanks, Beef. Top one, this beef and chicken, man. It's very good in the texture. Thanks for that, Beef and Chicken. Really appreciate it. There's people who just can't please, and we're going to get them all the time here, because they must have fuck all else to do other than piss people off. That's all I can say. Really bad. Because in the States, that's all right. You can still have mentor people in the States, in Australia, and New Zealand. It's all done online. Just a WhatsApp call or through a laptop. It's just so easy. Playbooks, just have a look at that. And the best thing to do is go in the description and follow the link, or you can text me. It's a UK number, so it's +44 then, the usual. Chat GPT at what number you need to text, and I'll get you from there. It's easy to do. Lots of people are supporting the chat in New York at the moment, who's a nightclub owner, so I speak to him quite regularly. But yeah, trolls, pain in the arse. So yeah, what we take for granted, we'll get back when we get sober. Having a cup of tea, having a slice of toast and feeling quite good about yourself and having a good sleep. The things which you thought were quite boring in the past because you wanted to get hammered, or you wanted a night out with the guys from work or whatever, and you can become, normal again, enjoying life. It's fantastic. Anybody who's got sober will try the best not to get back drinking again. Try the very best. Jason Gray, I used to stream video games on Twitch and would get trolled all the time. It's bizarre, isn't it, Jason? What people will do for their kicks or otherwise, Lexlana, a great worldwide channel. Thanks a lot, Lana. Please text the number each day. There was a group of us there. Yeah. There's lots of people in here now, all over the world. Sometimes the trolls open themselves to ridicule. Did you see the one which I didn't actually see it? Unfortunately, I missed it because we'll get rid of them quickly though. We've got some good moderators in here, which is good because I couldn't have done it. There's a lot of good tech people in here, and a lot of clever people in here. We're all pretty clever to be here, aren't we? And we're all above ground, that's the main thing. Still fighting on, and we're going to win. We're going to win. Baxton, yeah, don't let it phase anyone who gets life experience. Yeah, cheers, Baxton. It doesn't really phase me, it's just annoys. It just annoys me the way people. Just where people are, really. I remember when I joined the police force, there was a young inspector, training inspector, said to all of us, you find when you get on the streets that people are pretty stupid. I said, no, they're all that. It's not about an hour on the streets on my own. As a policeman, I thought, God, people are really stupid. In the main, But you get a lot of, what are they called? Keyboard warriors or some bollocks. I'm not really into tech stuff, but I understand how it works. And yeah, the mods do a good job. Yeah, and keep them off our backs, because this is a serious subject. We'll always have a bit of a laugh about it, because you can't be too serious in life, can you? So the stuff when I actually got out of the prison of alcoholism about 4 years ago, I managed to get myself down to the local river, and I didn't sit down. I couldn't sit down on the grass because I couldn't get up again. I leaned against a tree and just watched this heron land in the water, and I was like, hadn't been out of a hospital environment for 2.5 years, really. The only people I'd seen in hospital staff, elderly parents, and my daughter who visited from Manchester. That was it for 2.5 years. I've been in and out of hospital or to their house. And to actually get out of a taxi and just stand in the fresh air was incredible. Obviously, I've moved on from that and got myself fitter and do everything that a a non-drinker does now. And when you get so, you realise how good life is. I think when you're trapped in the booze, then life is a torturous journey. But every day, even with problems, life's pretty good. Because we all have problems, but we can deal with them. Prior to that, we just hit the bottle, didn't we? And thought it would help for a while and it would all go away. It never goes away. The problem never goes away. Derek, I've decided with the money I save from not drinking and buying Sheena a ring and saving to buy a little apartment in Spain. Exactly. You can easily do that, Derek. All of us can save money. And because you don't just spend it on alcohol, it's the food you waste and the time you lose at work and overtime you turn down and the opportunities you miss, taxis, the money you lose, just how you fall out your pocket. I mean, extravagant 36. I'm 29, drinking since I was 17. I still can't put it down. My girl of 13 years left recently now. I don't think I'll let the other go. Well, extravagant, if you go into the description part of the videos, there's a link to one-to-one mentoring, or text this number, and I'll see what I can do for you. Yeah, because you can't get off it. If I can get off it, you can get off it. Simple as that. It was just about dead, So close. And poor Leslie here, a liver transplant, she's still here. So 36, we can help you out. Leslie, who said it was no big deal to stop drinking? And yet, giving up wanking. I bet it was a shame because we couldn't call him wanker now, but assured him we think it was something else. Exactly, yeah. Fucking idiot. Well said, Leslie. Even all, how are we doing, Richard? Let's see. Hope everyone's doing all right. Again, Mondays, if you've been drinking all day, like I used to, it was like, God, I'll have another drink just to get me on to Tuesday. And so it would start again. Thanks, Richard. I'm glad you're well. And so what would happen is you would just be in this vicious cycle again, wouldn't you? Then it's Wednesday, you plough through Thursday, and then, it's Friday again. And then it's only 4 months to Christmas or whatever. You can drink for 2 weeks without worrying. The only reason we want a day off, the only reason we need a day off, in most cases, is to sleep a bit longer. The longer you've got off the next day, the more you drink. It's true, isn't it? That's why people drink at the airport when they're going holiday. Well, it's 4 o'clock in the morning, I'll have a few drinks. And then drink for 2 weeks, and then come back looking terrible and pasty. If you go in the group and see what Steve Dundragon, you can pay it and get it back. Yeah, thanks, Derek. 36. Have a look at the channel. Have a look at some of the posts. Jason Gray, been sober for 3 weeks and anxiety. Thanks, Derek, for that. I've been sober for 3 weeks and anxiety is still bad. The doctors won't give me diazepam. Instead, gave me blood pressure medication. They give you propranolol, which is a waste of time. Which is because no more coffee and makes you cough. Just a bit, doesn't it? Yeah. It's Nescafe. Only the best for me. If you benefit from these lives, then please drop a super chat in as Derek's already done. Thanks very much for that, Derek. All the Buy Me Coffee links always at the top. Keeps the channel moving along and keeps it current and supports us and get bigger and better at this. So the taken for granted thing, I don't know if anybody's found that, but when you get sober, you do enjoy the simple things in life, don't you? Which is basically, feeling better. Because for months I didn't have a proper wash, didn't have a shower, didn't have any heating, had rats, as I told you before, didn't have any food. Now I enjoy my food, I enjoy just life. Because it all becomes a fight, as Lana said there. Why every day when he gets up in the shower feeling rough, to say, why we do this every day? We put ourselves through this pain every single day, don't we? It never stops. It never fucking stops. Like the line of Jason Gray, I was the same with anxiety and terrible sleep. And me. Anxiety just got worse and worse and worse. I didn't give in and did feel better eventually, but when I went to goddamn barbecue, well, you start again, don't you? GP are so reluctant to prescribe diazepam. I know they are. 8 years off the booze, they wouldn't give me any crackers. Marita, good evening, how are you? So Jason, 3 weeks off, well done. It's good start, isn't it? You probably don't need benzos. Have a word about getting some antidepressants for your anxiety. That's a good idea. Yeah, I never thought about anything like that for me, but certainly worth a try. Con, evening, Stephen Cole. Nice to see you, Con. How are you? But Jason, it will help calm you, so keep it out of the air with the Propranolol. Depends what dosage is, isn't it, I suppose. Stuck players years ago used to take it to keep calm, don't knock the door. Well, that's a good point. Yeah, I didn't know that about stuck players. Thanks, Derek, for that. Cook Steve, I'm still in the boredom struggle stage. Can't wait to get through it. Kill me. Have you thought of anything you can do with your time, Cook, though? Made a bit of a plan. That's the key, isn't it? Let's learn a sub. I'd avoid the antidepressant you have to wean it off as well. Right? I've never had them, but that's why this is good here, because we can all learn something. You learn something from me, and so on. And this, everyone else learns from everybody else. The more people we've got on here, the more knowledge we'll get, and the more power we've got to stay still. But the only reason we're here, the main reason we're here, is to get healthy. That's it, isn't it? There's no other reason. And to stay healthy, to be more focused, and be the best version of who we are, really, I suppose. Blackstone, I really would like to know when this sense of mass dissatisfaction and disconnection started, the collapse of community, etc. Yes, the country's on a knife edge, isn't it? When did it start? Maybe the COVID thing was a bit of a catalyst. I don't know what I think about the COVID thing, but I didn't experience it because I was in hospital. If that makes sense, it must have been much more serious. I was on the edge of life, so I didn't really see what was going on the outside world. All I did was go back to hospital, parents' house, so on. Different hospitals, staying overnight at different hospitals, staying for weeks at different hospitals. It's obviously odd, It's obviously a lot of conspiracy theories about it, but it seemed to tip up the world a little bit. A little bit strange that when they just said, "Oh, from next Thursday you can start wearing masks," things like that don't just disappear. So there's something a little bit strange about that whole COVID thing, I think personally. Jonathan James of Wanker, Rick from Sober Star 42, has blocked me for telling the truth for months. It was written on his Buy Me Coffee page that all donations will be given to food banks. He's now denying this and putting the money. He's a fucking nutcase, that guy. He has been on here. Jonathan, we're not allowed to talk about Rick here. Yeah, let's leave him alone. But good point, Jonathan. I didn't know that. Blackstone, maybe Industrial Revolution. People started doing work which didn't fulfill them, or death of Christianity, creating a giant community. Actually, I think it was more recent than that. I think it's getting worse now every day, because we have a very angry society here, at the moment. Not just because of this immigration thing, just because of the recession. People aren't getting money. I mean, food shopping is fucking crazy. My sober partner had been away a couple of times this year to Europe. Paris was cheaper than here for a meal, because since we've left Europe, it's absolutely fucking mad. Greece is cheaper. Spain's cheaper. Portugal was cheaper a few weeks ago, apart from the daft meal I had, but in general, it's cheaper. It's crackers where this country's gone. I'm on an antidepressant. I have no problem keeping it on it for life, but because of that, I'm a terrible man. If it keeps me steady in a balanced life, of course, yeah, you've got to take what's chewing on. I went to the optician, I told you 2 weeks ago, and he said, your eyes are better than they were a year ago. I'm sure you wouldn't give you any glasses. Well, you just get these cheap things from Savers for reading. Antidepressants, yeah. No, like I said, I don't have any knowledge of antidepressants. Nail tonic water, diluted to hammer the cravings. Right? Didn't know that. Well done. Well, I can't comment on this channel because I'm blocked. Block everybody. Being exposed. Leave Rick out of the chat. Okay, this is station. Yeah, thanks, Bronx Britain. Ricky, my name's Ricky. Funny enough, how weird. Let's see, Ricky. Really, see what I said. It triggers people. Porto is a beautiful city, so we're there. No, I didn't go to Porto, but I've heard it is nice. Very nice. But the cost of living in the UK, Derek, is just astronomical for food. An item which was £1 last week. I'll give you an example. Matchmakers, the little thin chocolate things. I love a bit of chocolate at night. And £1.50 in Asda the other week. £2 now. Wasn't an offer. That's massive markup, isn't it? 25%, bang. That's more, isn't it? Everything's gone up so much. The Guinness Zeros were something about £10.50 now. They're 12, 13 quid now in a matter of weeks for 10. Still cheap, but you understand what I'm saying. The cost of living is crackers. Indian tonic water is good. It seems to detox you. Okay, right. I've never tried anything like that. Maybe I should. I'll switch this TV off. Now that I was watching it. Anything to stop the cravings, anything to make you healthy, anything to make you feel good, and obviously good food is the main thing to get your strength back. I've been to the gym again today, a little bit of exercise. Like I said before, medicine is common sense, isn't it? If you're too fat, stop eating as much, or start to eat less. If you're too thin, put some food into your mouth, and if you're too tired and lethargic, get some exercise done. It's quite easy, really. I was living in the UK and Ireland again. Ireland was crazy, Derek, when we were in Dublin a few weeks ago for a wedding. I couldn't believe the prices there. Wow. Yes, please not talk. Submariner, let's please not talk about Rick. If you have anything to say, leave it on Rick's channel. Create a new account if he has banned you. We've only got now. Thanks, Sub. Cheers. There's no point in talking about this other fella. Rich Siggy's €11 here in Europe, right? I saw a guy at the counter the other day in Asda. Keep on about Asda. He bought 2 packs of cigarettes. I don't know what they were. Must have been gold tipped. 34 quid. 17 quid a shot. Getting crazy. Yeah, proper hammers. The cravings. The tonic water. Quinine. Okay, I've never heard that one. I've heard of it, but I don't know what it does. Blackstone, the fact that so many people just enter data into computers all their lives or sit in their rooms without human connection must have something to do with it. Yeah, modern life, you could be right there. It's going to get a whole lot worse with not GPT, with AI, isn't it? They're talking about driverless taxis turning up your door in about 3 years' time. It's not long, 3 years, as you know. We can start at the gym twice a week. That's good. Yeah, the gym's massive. Might be the tonic water Asda is open until midnight. Yeah, there you go. Greetings from Kilkenny. I've heard that's a lovely place, Cormac. Nice to see it. Get the diet one. Regarding the tonic, I suppose no one smokes anymore. A lot less, don't they? Let's be Indian tonic. Derek, housing will go boom again. Biggest house built in Ireland has gone to a loss by 1.5%. Crash thanks to Trump. Right, understand? Wow, the world's in a mess, isn't it, financially? If you benefit from these lives, please drop a super chat in. If you can, doesn't have to be very much. Or the Buy Me Coffee links at the top as usual, if you want to support the channel. It'll be greatly received and keeps everything moving along, keeps it current and keeps it lively. So it's quite a dynamic chat every night now, isn't it? If anybody else wants to input anything else, like what else we should do, question and answers, or any other subjects, then please let me know. Bertie's in the years, Derek, housing will go boom again. I've seen that. Yeah, it's interesting about the houses because the last carry on was, I can't remember what year it was, but that was all down to subprime lending, wasn't it? So, can you consider making a comment that it's theft and fraud? My husband and I went for a Thai meal a couple of nights ago. I served by a robot. Never. Jesus, man. That's fucking incredible. Thanks, Tessie. I didn't realize it was that quick. It's in already. A robot. Was it any good, Leslie? I'm intrigued because I listen to a lot of radio about this sort of thing because I'm not a tech person at all. I don't do a bit. The speed at which AI is coming in is quite frightening, isn't it? I've got a very clever friend who said a couple of years ago, "Still take over." So, oh, boys, the computer can't take over. If you use ChatGPT and you put something in it, it comes back within seconds. And you think, how has it got time to analyse what I've just put in? It's incredibly quick. And I'm doing my very best to move back there. Back on foot. When I was on the Bay of Kilkenny with some spot, I bet. So 2 days it was funny and quick. I bet it was. Robot. Hope it was good looking this. So then I had a couple of other questions. So we mentioned about alcohol. It's a bit of a grim subject. Alcohol and cancer, because it is linked to 7 types of cancer, isn't it? Which is another problem with it. You know, it's esophageal cancer and colon cancer, which is liver cancer. That's when the liver gets damaged anyway. But you know, there are so many different things can go wrong here with alcohol. Yet we still do it. We still do it. We don't sort of realise what harm we're doing. Which is sugar cravings at night. Well, I always, even now after years sober, I'll always have a bit of chocolate if I've got any. It's weird that the sugar, how you need the sugar. Actually, going back years ago, when I was abroad with my ex-wife and I was feeling really groggy in the morning, just I wonder if it's diabetes. Once I had a drink, I felt a bit better. Like putting the sugar out in your body, but I wasn't diabetes and I'm still not diabetic, or there's no sign of it at all, which is quite unusual apparently. It's a very, very odd thing, the alcohol, and it affects you in so many different ways. Even I didn't realise it affected your lungs. It affects your bone density as well. What good does it do, you know? Jonathan James, please read his comment section. You will see that I've called him out for being a grifter. Neil Hughes, yeah, same here, massive chocolate craving. I think it's just the sugar we're trying to replace then. It could be, you know. Sugar craving because the alcohol has been given us extra sugar. Jason just bought a coffee. Thanks very much, Jason. Appreciate that, mate. Thanks. Nice to see you. And it's going quite well now. Got about 40 people on. For a Monday, it's pretty good. A lot of people are sort of a bit sick and a bit down the lot on Mondays, but yeah, thanks for the coffee. I really appreciate that. And thanks to Green Heart on the other channel, Dennis. It's busy at night. Lizzie, well, Derek, it wasn't really my type and a bit too predictable. Okay. That's a good one about the robot, a bit too predictable. Does it speak? Because imagine we'll be going into bars soon. Well, those of us who still drink. And I'll go into bars and do stuff with Guinness. 0, you know. Actually, Wetherspoons didn't have any today. But we'll be going to bars and it'll be served by a robot. Wouldn't that be really odd? Being served by a robot. So life's totally changing. There's going to be no jobs left. Now, will this make alcoholism a massive problem? I think it will. In a few years' time, we'll be well within our lifetime, next 3 or 4 years. Plays a tune. There'll be very few people working. Now, working keeps you busy, motivated. Now, can you imagine it all being a bit like COVID again, when nobody works, or very few people at work? Then we're going to have massive problems with alcoholism, won't we? Even bigger. And I should mention that when I see the liver consultant this Friday for my twice yearly checkup, because it could be a massive problem. I can see it coming in already. Plays a tune. Thanks, Lizzie. Sugar cravings are common. I think sugar stimulates the same part of the brain alcohol does. Well, we should stay on Mars bars rather than Stella then. I would have got fat, but I would have still been probably more healthy. A good chat may be opportunities missed or squandered because of alcohol. That's a good one. We'll have that at night now. Sugar high, hi Stephen, Rick. How are you doing, Rick? Excellent. Yes, I got him. Of them robots better pick the right bars to get a job because they will get put done in when someone's pissed off. There won't be any of that. People won't have enough money to drink. There'll be drinks at home. It'll be like COVID again, I think. You never know, do you? It's a massive change in society coming. We don't even know the fucking half of it. The odd piece of home nut never hurt anyone. Sometimes an alcoholic craving is a sugar craving. I think you're right. GSP, hello. If there is a trigger now, I go for a walk and eat a biscuit. Triggers could mean 5 beers to cope. Big problem, of course. Jump, even Stephen, I just come across your channel. 5 days so round of applause for Chomp there. 5 days sober. Well done, Chomp. Come back again. If you benefit from these lives, anybody who's on here, and please drop a super chat in, or the buy me a coffee link pinned at the top there to support the channel. And welcome, Chum, and stick around. If you enjoy these, please like and share them as well. There's lots and lots of videos on the channel. I'm addicted to mouthwash, really. That's horrendous. I don't know what sort of volume of alcohol's in mouthwash. Can we discuss, for those of us who have done so, how we told our loved ones about a problem and how they took it? Mine already knew, Leslie. I mean, how did you tell your family about your problem? Mine knew, to be honest, Leslie. My people all knew. It was them who was pointed out to me, really. Catherine, hi Steve. How are you doing, Catherine? Gerald Reid gave up 2 years ago. Well done, Gerald. You keep fighting fit. How we told our loved one. My family knew that I was a problem drinker. I was telling them that I had a really serious problem in hospital in 2019. That was the problem. I didn't know whether to ring my daughter first or my parents. And I was torn. But to be fair, my daughter took it better than I thought. And she was very, very balanced, I would say. Very mature, well, she was reasonably mature. 26 at the time. Still a hell of a wrench to tell your kids, tell your child that you've got a serious illness. But thankfully I've lived to tell the tale. Midnight Kitty, Leslie, I got my problem from watching my family drink. Look, I was able to give it up, got rid of a lot now. Good nicks and cigarettes as well. Yeah, there's a problem telling the family sometimes. But as I said, mine were aware. The boss told us to look after his van. Went on holidays, took a picture, and ChatGPT put a nice dent in the back of it. Be probably lit up on the WhatsApp. It is good, isn't it? I mixed mouthwash and vodka mixed. Wow, Rick, what the fuck? I'm so glad I didn't go on to spirits. I mean, because it sounds horrendous. I didn't. Too ashamed. They found out from my husband and came to the hospital when I was in intensive care. So did they not realise, Leslie, you had a problem at all? It depends where they live. I wasn't in the cluster. I was 300 miles away. My parents could tell us how to drink them. I used to ring them. That's all. But some people can hide it. Okay, Leslie, so they didn't know it. That's even more of a shock, I suppose, isn't it? But at least you're here to tell the tale, which is brilliant, isn't it? When your wife and children, your extended family was shocked. I had no idea. Everyone seemed to know about my career. I think I always turned up with family do. We didn't go many family dues. We were away from the family area, really. Didn't mix that much with family, like extended family, if that makes sense. So whenever I went back home up north to see my parents, I used to go straight on the booze. And my ex-wife used to complain. It's still quite aware, but it is a bit of a touchy subject for some people. When people don't realise that they don't know. People you live with know, of course, definitely, of course. If you're close to anybody, you're bound to know, because your mood swings, your bank balance for a start, if you're married or if you're living with somebody, they'll know. Like Lena, I was always the same with spirits, just messed me up too fast, not for me. Always a long day to be had, beer, and me, Nina was the same, too embarrassing, just didn't bother. Like I said, I was caught out before I started, really. I'm an open book, me, far too open. Not far too open, but you understand what I mean. Blackstone, I'd be quite interested to know what people's greatest challenges maintaining sobriety are. That's a good one, yeah. What are your greatest challenges maintaining sobriety? I think for me, it's boredom. Fear of missing out. That's a good subject. So what is the main challenge you've got to keep sober? Why? How are you stopping yourself relapsing is the thing. That's a good point. How are you stopping yourself? How are you keeping sober? How are we keeping sober, That's the thing. Rick, I used to mix the alcohol-free mouthwash with the vodka to give me better buzz, and I drank less when I was... now, Rick, I can't even imagine drinking that. Have you never drank spirits salty? No, I tried them, Alex. Tried them, but I didn't drink them. I like the long drink, you see. What are your biggest barriers and sobriety? When you're off the booze, what takes you back? I think that's the best question. How do you keep fighting on? I can only fight on by thinking that I thinking how ill I'm going to be if I start doing it again. With me, because like you, I did move on to heavy spirits and the drugs. I never tried any other drugs. So, Rick, Steve, just quickly note, I want to apologise for the inconvenience. Sorry, a few people have mentioned me every night, and it's unfair on you. if they want to call me by names, they can do it on my channel. No problem. Sure, we'll direct them there. Thanks for coming on. Left Runner Blackstone, that's a good question. For me, it was boredom. I don't know anything else. I do all my chores and then that's me. It's the time between 7 and 10 that hits most people, I think. Probably earlier, even in the winter. And I think that's the issue. It's not being busy enough. And this is a problem I think is going to crop up with this AI coming in. People have succeeded in long periods of sobriety or changed. For me, it was most of the things somebody said, "Oh, you're a really good man, but I'm really I could sort of fall in love with you if you were more of a social person." So I had one drink, and that was me done. So I'd never ever be coerced into drinking. Because after a period of sobriety, you don't really want to drink. But somebody might just say, "I'll just have one." I think it's Blackstone. It's a fear. Sorry, not a fear, but it's a feeling you get when you think, I can be cured now. I've been off the drink for 2 years. I'm cured, but you're never ever cured. But certainly fear of missing out, boredom, in the fact you think, I can't be like everybody else. And if you've been a big drink, it's a habit as well, isn't it? Like 6 p.m. Bells going off. I know you're saying it's in your head, isn't it? Right, that's okay, Superstar. We wish you the best. Bertie, how are you doing? Have time off the booze, doing well. You feel great, then start drinking again. You feel so depressed and ashamed. So why do you start, Bertie? That's a good time to interject there. Why do you start again? What was your reason for going back? Or what is your reason for going back so often? That's the thing you've got to think about. Why am I going back on it? Why do I have like 6 months off? That's what you got to think about. Why am I doing it? Why am I doing it? Why am I doing it? Because I didn't just stop and start like that. I would stop for 2 or 3 years and start again, which is probably even worse, isn't it? Try and get the message across. Rick. So basically, you've got to be very, very strong with yourself, and this mantra has to be, I don't want to drink today, rather than I'm going to drink for the rest of my life. That's the thing, I think. And any time I ever go back, is because I always think I have such. Yeah, that's exactly. You've won. You see, you're never going to win without. Or you will never ever win. It's always going to beat you. If you do benefit or enjoy these lives, and please drop a super chat or a coffee to support the channel. Keeps it current and keeps it lively and dynamic and growing all the time, I think. Yeah, every time you go back, it's because you think you think you've won. You see, you think you're cured. It's a trap. Thinking you're cured because you're never cured. I did a video about it yesterday. Well, but for me, it was a stupid choice because after 26 months, I really had no burning desire to drink. You just did it. Yeah, that was a bit like me, really. Why did I bother? All that 8 years was completely undone. In a matter of 4 weeks, I was fucked again. Completely done in, But it was because I thought I could control it. Exactly. But you hit the nail on the head. The reason that most people go back is because they think you can control it, and you can't. Once you get that message in your head that you cannot control it, it's arrogance, isn't it? The addiction is much more powerful than you. I wonder where Stoic is. Jonathan James, there are 2 broad reasons for me. Something bad happens and I drink to escape. Yeah, I like that one. I'm in a good situation on holiday with a girl on a perfect night and I just had a beer one too. Yeah. Yeah, so that's basically to cope with things and also because you're having a good time and you think, well, it's going to benefit you. You're going to feel a little bit better. Bertie Bassett, it's psychological. 100% it is, yeah. Blackstone is strange because it's true for me too. Most people seem to kind of know why they go back. Yeah, definitely. But you need to get out of your comfort zone, break the cycle. Yeah, I agree. It's hard to do though, isn't it? So it really is. It took me a long time. But my periods of sobriety were long. Year, 2 years, 4 years, 8 years. So really in the last 20 years I've only drunk for 5 years. The last 5 years nearly killed me. So I can't go back on it again. Ever. And I know that. And I never had a problem for that 8 years until I met somebody who coerced me in a way, if that makes sense. I'd never let anybody coerce me into drinking again. No fucking chance. Because they walk away and leave you in a mess. That's the problem. Once I get them 3 mouthfuls, I can't control it. It's a taste, isn't it? Yeah. Britain Exposed, does anyone know the term doing the top shelf? Well, yeah, is that trying to drink every spirit? I presume it is, because that's where the spirits are on top. So my parents, especially my mother, used to say, and she's 94 now, but get off the top shelf and just drink beers, maybe water. That's not how it works, is it? But I keep trying to binge. Richard, it's raining here. It's been quite a nice day in the northeast. I don't know where you're, Richard, but the weather is going to turn on us, unfortunately, because it's been the hottest summer, the longest summer on record. So, which in turn will make it feel like the coldest, wettest, longest fucking winter ever. And that's massive, massive, massive relapse time. Another month, we'll be sitting here thinking, oh, just have a can. The clock's going a bit slow tonight. There's nothing on TV. And I don't watch TV much. When I had the TV on earlier, it's just rolling news. That's all I've watched. Because I don't have time to watch TV anymore. Like today, I've been busy with doing a bit of painting, being in the gym, and got some food, chopping, cooked a meal, had a bit chatting with my girlfriend, whatever. It just goes and goes and goes with the time. When you get, and I did a couple of videos, once you get busy again, once you get sober again, your life will be magnificent again. Black Swan is difficult because addicts are forced to abstain from a very powerful substance in society. Good point, yeah, because it's everywhere, isn't it? And we're looked upon as a different race, a different species if we don't drink them. Very cool tonight. You feel the difference. Oh, it's a massive difference from 2 weeks ago, isn't it? Massive difference. Just waiting to give another couple of weeks when you get to October. Wow, it'll be totally different. 1st of September. I can't believe it's 1st of September. I can remember Christmas last year so well. It's just like, whoa, what the hell's happened here? Jonathan, you on the shelves, what have you got on the shelf behind us? It's wallpaper, John? Wallpaper. Heading to Mallorca in 3 weeks, I should be looking forward to instead of nervous. Yeah, that's it, you see. Sober holidays. Nothing better than sober holiday. Because a drinking holiday, you've got to plan it. Like a military operation. As soon as you get there, you've got to find out where the bars are, where the off licenses are, where the little shop is that sells all the postcards and has loads of beer in the back. It's open till midnight. Got to suss him out, haven't you? But it's weird. I go weeks, eat properly, and then start again. It's always hard to stop the first day. The thing is, Billy, it's hard to stop the first day. When you get really into it, it'll be hard to stop the first month. And it gets worse. Every time you relapse, it gets worse. Absolutely, it's hard to do it. Took me 24 years of relapses. That's what I gave up for 9 years at one point. A bit like me, so it's weird how we did that in 9 years. And then we suddenly bang on back to it, you know. If you'd like to drop a super chat in, help the channel, support the channel, please do. Or if you want to drop a coffee in, the coffee link's pinned at the top here, because I don't do any monetization on the channel, it keeps it rolling. I've never actually watched it live before. You know, even watched this all the way through back. And I don't think I could cope with the one that had adverts in it, but I don't know how that works. I'd catch up or something. Anyway, there's no adverts in any of these. Dennis, I went fully dry 2015, 1 year failed. Dry again 2 years failed. Dry again 2 years. That was about like me, 2 years. Now 100% dry and clean, 5.5 years. Feel so good, never going back, not even with a gun in my head. Yeah, I think that's where I am. Dennis, very similar pattern there. Later on, when I was growing up, I'd hear my parents mention if someone was off the booze, the theories would be either they're not antibiotics or pregnant. It just wasn't normal not to drink. It still isn't normal not to drink. It still isn't. I see it stop being a long range weather forecast of doom. It gets freezing cold in my boat, and I'm. You're right, like. What's the name of that guy who did Michael Fish, wasn't it? He said there'd be no winds and there was a hurricane in 1988. But because it controls you, it keeps happening. It does, but you've got to break that. You can't drink in moderation. The same as me, same as a sub symbol. It's really, we can't drink in moderation. You know, we cannot ever drink in moderation. That's it. It's finished. So you got to just. It's like it's an impossible task. As I've said before, so I've been 5'8" and want to be 6'3". You can't do it. So it's an impossible task for you to moderate your drinking. And what will happen is it'll kill you. That's it. Bottom line, it'll kill you. And when you know what's happening all the time, you've got to put the brakes on it. Because only you can do that. I can't tell you to do it. Nobody else in here can tell you to do it. You know, so that's for everybody and for me as well. I tell me that sort of every day. It's not good. Richard, how did you doing, Kathy? Did you make it through the month? Bertie, I can't drink moderation. Derailed, it's stigmatized, and a lot of people seem to need for social situations hard to get away from. It's derailed. It's very hard to get away from, isn't it? It's everywhere. Bertie, all or nothing. Sound pretty similar to most of us here. Yeah. Fair play, Dennis. Yeah, well done, Dennis, to get off it. Electronic, you're an engineer. I'm sure you have methods to heat yourself. Richard, I think you're getting me mixed up with another Catherine. Richard Bruce. Blackson, I'm curious about what changed in the mind of someone who has been sober for a long time. Why are they able to do it now, whereas they were not able to before? Just some catastrophic thing happened. Sometimes it can be just the feeling of being cured that I mentioned earlier. The feeling of being good, I just think, I'll have another drink. Or you can have problems in your life and you think, probably drinking might make it better, but it never does. But that's some more of that. But that's because you are an alcoholic. The alcoholic becomes your master once you pick up the drink again. That's true. It just sits on your shoulder, waiting to grab there. Bam. Have you noticed how your old drinking buddies suddenly don't even message anymore? Oh, 100%. I used to go to a pub of Wetherspoons where I speak to quite a few people in there. Since my life has improved, according to them, and I've got a new life, they don't even speak to me. I went in a few weeks ago, I barred myself from the Wetherspoon now. I just don't go in. The guy I used to know quite well, and his wife, they both blank me, even the fucking wife. Because I've got myself put together, I look pretty smart, I'm doing this, and other things have opened up in my life that just don't like it. The jealousy is incredible. Absolutely incredible. And they'll just look away. Some will actually cross the street. And I don't mind because I've been hated all my life as a copper. But you know what I mean? You've got to be thick-skinned. But what you've got to think about is you're the exclusive minority. And then they'll start to get jealous and just piss off. But yeah, I'm an alcoholic. I've realised that I'm no longer in denial. That's good. Most people, well, everybody in here is nobody in denial here. I'm a recluse with a half-confirmed ADHD, like Rana. Recluse is a blessing for my type. It's hard to break that. I see what you're saying. I mean, there's a lot of people with different issues here, which I've noticed, over the last 6-7 weeks, and I've been doing it. A lot of people had a lot of problems in life, and so have I, mate. I was a victim of domestic violence, serious domestic violence, and I haven't told many people about that. I'm going to write a book about that, I think. But we've all had trauma. There's no excuse for drinking. There's generally a story behind the story, Dennis, Steve, I still miss the social life, the Irish pub crack, but knowing how bad I can get, and how long it can go, I can add nothing stronger or better to my life than what it would take away. That's a good way of putting it. Yeah, it's not going to add anything positive, is it? All it adds is negativity. Doubt Charlie, I ditched for 4 minutes. Not me. Can't bother with anyone. You can see them, clearly see they don't like me. And I think, fuck off. I don't need them. What do they do for me? They don't enhance my life whatsoever. Robert, hiya. For me, it was not a catastrophic event. It's anything good or bad that evokes strong emotions when you drink for such a long time. It isn't a reflex. It's something which is done. I did when I was from 14 onwards. And you get used to it. And you have a massive change of life when you stop drinking. All that time you used to spend at the booze or feeling rough or lying in bed, you've got to fill that up with something. You don't sleep for 18 hours anymore, do you? You miss you for 6. Got all that time free. For me, it was not quite so good. Jonathan, at the taste of Beck's Blue. I don't like that one, actually. It's less sweet compared to other non-alcoholic bloggers. There's a dry, refreshing bitterness, better tasting than Bonnie Blue as well. I've never tried the Bonnie Blue, but whatever that is. But I'll try this, Jonathan. Erdinger, if you like lager. It's a wheat beer. Dennis, get my personal number through the group if you want, and give me a text. Okay, that's a good idea. So certainly, there's a few different 0% now. Some are good, some are bad. Some more tasty than others. Blackstone, most people get their social needs from the pub or bar. But alcoholics can't. So what are some places, including here, alcoholics can socialise in a healthy way? Well, I found that I joined, I think I mentioned before, a hotel gym where there was a sauna, steam room, lounges around the pool, that sort of thing. You can go in all day. You can go in and out of the hotel. That's what you want to do. Well, that's what I wanted to do. You read a book, listen to your music, take your laptop in, whatever you want to do. The hotel gym was the best thing. That's what I did. But I wasn't lifting lots of weights 3 times a day. I was just going in, seeing people, maybe having a salad in there, or going to Tesco's a bit later on, a 24-hour shop, and having some nice grub. When I got home, cooking a lot, just filling my time like that. You can socialise anywhere when you're sober, but keep out of the pubs, because I go in the pub mainly for research now, and to take the piss out of people, really. Not to take the piss, but you understand, just to see what the reaction is. And I don't stay long because they talk rubbish. They're not doing anything with their lives. Like I wasn't. I've been there. I mean, I wouldn't have liked talking to me. I had nothing to say. What have you done this week? Nothing. So it was a big drinker, wasn't it? Someone at left London, the booze is no longer a blessing. I think you would agree. We're all in the same boat because we thought alcohol was a magic cure for our anxieties and problems. Yeah, exactly. It made you happy. You thought it was going to make you happy, didn't you? The booze. It's not a magic cure of anything, is it? It's just a death sentence, really. It's slow suicide in a bottle. But interacting with sober alcoholics or those who are trying is a good idea. They replace your pub pals. Yeah, that's why I went to this hotel thing, you see. A lot of people in there didn't drink. Well, the ones that did attend there used to drive, so they didn't really bother with the drink after. Some did watch the football, but not often. Especially if you go during the day and then pop up about 7 o'clock at night, just fill your day in, plan it a little bit. You don't have to write it down, but you know how your day goes, Because my alcohol problem started mainly when I retired. And so I thought, well, I'll go all the time and go to drink. So when I got off for the 8 years, that's what I did. I went to the hotel. It was great. I look back and I've knackered it all up again, didn't I? But a lot of people drink because of the anxiety alcohol brings. It's not always physical for everyone. Oh, great, yeah. I mean, when I'm off it, I'm not anxious. If I drink again, if I had 1 pint if I had a couple of beers this week, I'd be anxious again by Saturday, and I would start drinking more. So that's what would happen to me. Interesting, a lot of people in my gym are recovering alcoholics. Alex, yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? The amount of people I've met at the gym and say, how are you doing? I'll show them the channel and say, oh, God, I used to have a problem. It's weird, isn't it? Because when you're sober, you have so much more time to look after yourself. So sober people will eat better, they'll exercise more, they'll travel more, they'll learn more, they'll be more productive, they'll wash the car more, they'll clean the house more, they'll do everything better. Because you feel better in yourself, you've got more energy. But anxiety won't kill you, but people drink to stop being anxious. Well, that's the problem. Yeah, the drink that you're trying to cure the anxiety with will kill you. I seen a shrink after my wife died. She was adamant that alcoholism was related to an early life trauma. I tried to dig deeper, but I just sacked her off because I wanted to drink. It's a pity you didn't keep on with that. I'm not sure about the trauma things. We all have issues when we're kids, don't we? Bullying, or not enough money or whatever. So there's lots of reasons why people drink. It's actual carrying on drinking that's the problem, isn't it? And you have to be aware of that. And for goodness sake, once you get a chance to get off it, stay off it. I've got an ebook out, it's only $5.99. Get sober and stay sober. It's really helpful according to the feedback. I mean, for the sake of $5.99, it's a handy guide to stop you relapsing. Next one I see was 200 quid a session, it's ridiculous, isn't it? I'll do it for 20. That's mad, that, absolutely crazy what we pay these people. I mean, it's just crazy. My sister got me some woman to do some crystals or something, hung off my head. That's about 50 quid. And I thought, what a fucking waste of money. If you benefit from these lives, you enjoy them, otherwise, then please feel free to drop a super chat in and donate to the channel. Or if you want to buy a coffee, the link's at the top there, pinned. And it helps to keep everything moving along and helps to keep this content full and fruitful. Good word, isn't it? £200. Blackstone trauma can be, but I think addicts also have some sort of physical or chemical imbalance which causes them to be susceptible to excesses and extremes. Well, it's funny you should say that, Blackstone, but everything I've done has been extreme. It's a very interesting point. I've learned so much from doing this. I hope you're learning stuff as well. I hope everyone's learning bits from each other. Some clever folk on here. I'm just a normal, heavy drinker, alcoholic. But some people on here are very mindful of things and deep thinkers and thoughtful people. I'm not like that, unfortunately. I've learned a bit now. My partner's clever, but I'm not particularly clever. I'm all right. Cornwalks, how was your day, Stephen? You got the gym? Yeah, I went to the gym at about 12 o'clock. About an hour. Took about an hour and a half. Put a little short video about it. Exercise is the key, But it helps. Obviously, dovetail that with no drinking, plenty of water. Try and get some decent sleep and some good food. I bought some king prawns and massive king prawns, like tiger prawns, and some scallops, and did them earlier with some salad. It was nice. Alexa, would you do an audio version of your book? I don't have the concentrated reading. I'm going to try and do that. I'll try and get my daughter to sort it out. I've been doing that for a little while, and I got way late with all this sort of thing. You know what I mean? I think an audio book. I'll just put a note about that. That's a good idea. An audio book, brilliant, wouldn't it? I think you just listen to it. I suppose some of the videos can be like audio books, but I think to get that book, that would be a good idea. You just listen to it as you're walking around, wouldn't it? Why would you read a book? I don't like reading either. That's a good point. Very good point. An audio book. Bertie. Oh, I see now. You need to think. Pardon me. Think to yourself what you're missing on drinking. It's not living, it's existing. Barely existing, you're right. Barely existing. Thanks, Carl. Nick, I'm sorry you lit the pie. Not to worry, we've missed you. Plenty of time yet. Neil, you very true, Bertie. Not missing out on anything at all. Audio book is good idea. I agree. It has to be your voice. So, oh yeah. Well, I don't know how I can do that. There must be. I bet there's an app you can get to do that. I will definitely make a note of that. I've got a note of it now. Nick, we're all well, I think. I hope everyone else as well. Nick's just joined us here. I do listen to a lot of audiobooks when I'm driving between jobs. Okay, that's a good idea. So, Morris, psychiatry is just theory of the brain. We all have different brains, and we all have different emotions. Psychiatry can only advise, like a surgeon, actually physically fix. Got you? I understand that. Nick mixing about there. Nick, FOMO, fear of missing out, massive. It's interesting about the psychiatry, isn't it? We could all be psychiatrists, couldn't we? Don't actually fix you, just give us 200 quid for an hour. We'll sort it out. I'd be a very good psychiatrist. That's some money. Crackers, isn't it? If you want to drop a little super chat in to support the channel, then please do. And buy me coffee links at the top there if you want to donate something. That's what I'd be most grateful, and it keeps the channel supported and growing all the time. See, I've had a lot of different subjects now, but the main thing here is try to keep off it once you're off it, if that makes sense. It's just picking. You've all seen Gaza when he says on the videos, I picked up the first drink. Don't pick up the first drink. I think that's what they're saying here. Don't pick up the first drink. But it's so much easier to pick up the first drink and leave it alone, isn't it? Like the pubs that are harder to come out of than get in. It's easy to walk into a pub. It's so difficult to get out. Numerous times when I used to work in London, I used to go in at 6 o'clock any night of the week, and there'd be a couple of people in there I knew. I needed to be out by 8. Quarter to 8, someone else would come in. I'll just have another one. And by that time, your inhibitions have gone completely, and you don't care what time you get home. That's the problem. The first mistake you make when you're a drinker is to actually change from the routine you'd planned to go in the pub first. But there's always excuse. Oxford Circus Underground is closed for security lads, or it's going to be busy on the Central Line, or have a few drinks. And there's lots of pubs around Oxford Circus, as you know. Obviously, the Palladium one. Oh, it's popping there. Crazy. Len, I wish you would all just call around to my gaff and kick the shit out of me and say today is the day stop drinking. Well, you just got to do that yourself, haven't you? Not physically, but in your head. It's terrible just coming on here. Thanks, Nick. It's good to get people's perspective, isn't it? That's very important. But it was, you are missing out on a good quality of life by drinking, not missing drinking. That's a good point. Your quality of life is nil when you drink. Blackstone, do you think being in the police contribute Little Steve must be so hard psychologically? I bet addiction and mental health issues are high. It wasn't a problem for me, to be fair. I was quite confident. I was promoted quite early. So I opted for the West End of London, and there's plenty of police there, if that makes sense. So I didn't really, I saw some terrible things, but I was all right. I think some people were drastically affected, but I wasn't particularly. Maybe I just got that sort of personality. Some people I get very affected by personal things, but not something I'm dealing with, if that makes sense. Some people couldn't do it, and left. But you're missing out on a good quality of life. Totally you are, yeah. John, hello. Derailed. Just dropped a fantastic super chat in there. Thanks, Derailed. Thanks, mate. You've really helped me out watching your videos. It gives me a reminder. I've relapsed a few times, but I'm trying to get off it again now. Well done, Derailed. You can get off. Come on here as much as you can, and we'll support you. That's what we're here for, Really are. And it's just basically you've got to be strong in your mind, and if you get your mindset right, you can get off it. So Derailed, we're here for you. Honestly, we are. Nothing can replace a good hot meal. Of course not, Richard. It's fantastic. Put another note about this audiobook. Please don't forget to share and subscribe. 100%, Samara. Share and subscribe to the channel. It helps grow the channel. The more people get on here, the more knowledge we've got. Knowledge is power, isn't it? Calm walks. I never drink to the point of red eyes and intoxication because the post hangover is horrible. The amount of times I've had a pound for every time that I said I wouldn't drink again. I'd be multi-millionaire. Well, when I am hungover, I get so anxious I have to hide from everyone, and I'm scared of everything, like tube, trains, crowds. I can control my drink. Well, that's good, Colin, but you're doing a good place there. Bertie Bassett, I met my wife in the pub, as did I. First, well, only wife. I've got another one coming soon. Jonathan James, Steve, if someone offered you £500,000 but drink 6, no, I wouldn't. No chance. If it offered me 5 million, I wouldn't do it. Do it, no problem. Bertie life would be good in here. Would be good again. Of course, it would be good. Yeah, it's nothing. At the end of the day, there's nothing good about being drunk, is there? You never feel well. You're never ever going to feel well. You're going to feel absolutely horrendous, in fact, for the rest of your life if you keep drinking, because the longer you go on with it, the harder it is to get off. I just can't believe I went back on after 8 years. It's a long, long time to be sober and just mess it all up again. 20 years ago, I wasn't an alcoholic young man. Well, same as us all, isn't it? We've all been there. Blackstone might be funny and helpful to get some examples from people of when they felt very tempted and how they managed to move. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, we've got a lot of good stories, Blackstone. Could you put them all together and text them this number? If you don't mind. I don't know where you're living, but if you're outside the UK, +44. +44, that's the number there. Blackstone, send me a list of things we should talk about or could talk about. That's a good idea. Because there's lots of different subjects. And at the end of the day, we could talk about this forever. And we need to keep talking about it every day. Because if you don't, you go into this, like I said before, this cured. And I can't remember the correct word. There is a word for it. Where you just don't give a toss and you think, I'll just have another one. I'll have one and then have another one. And it's so easy to go back to it. There's a word, I can't remember what it is. Let's Learn about coffee. Thanks for Lana for that coffee. Please never stop the channel. Thanks very much. I'll keep it going. I think we'll keep going as long as we've got people here. As long as we can help people and we can, manage people. And wow, £499. I just think basically we have to be very mindful of the fact that it can come back. So it doesn't matter what somebody offered me, I also wouldn't drink. Although there's advice for a lot of people. Of course it is. It's a coping mechanism. Of course it is. Massive. It was for me for a lot of the time, but not to do with work though, just with life. Because I will never be happy, healthy, or live a good life unless I stop drinking altogether. This is what you've got to remember when you fancy going back on it, Bertie. You know what I mean? I think you've got to just think to yourself all the time, how bad did I feel? How can I get off this? How can I stay off it? And what are the benefits of being off it? Because if you come off it, your life can be 100 times better. 100 times better. Cars, yeah, I was just thinking about it earlier. I don't want to mention it. She did send a message on the videos earlier today, so it seems to be all right. Joe, mate, at what point in your life did you stop enjoying alcohol? Probably after that seizure, 2006, about 20 years ago. And then I was off it for 8 years, and I went back on for 5, and then I've been off it again. When I had the seizure, I was so frightened, but then I still went back on it, didn't I? But I didn't enjoy the last 5 years when I was doing between 2014, 2019. I never enjoyed it. I was doing it just to try and keep alive, really. So the past is in the past. We can't turn the clocks back, but we all have the power to achieve a sober future, 100%. But it reels you in. It does reel you in, but you've got to be strong. I mean, at the end of the day, be strong for yourself. Because if you, I said, it's only you can do it, isn't it? You kind of just expect a miracle. So he told me what this one's. How are you going to turn back 30 years of drinking suddenly? You can't do that. It's going to take a bit of time, but with time, the longer you're off it, the stronger you get, the better you feel, the more you're going to benefit, you know? That's the thing, you know? So I've done some horrible, nasty acts when pissed off. It's so hard not to think about them. I know what you're saying, but as the submariner said, you kind of turn the clocks back, you think. Tomorrow's another day. Time stands still, does it? We've got to use this time wisely because you're never going to get time back. You've heard that a lot, but it's true, isn't it? Robert, the common thread among people who have long-term sobriety and relapse is that they stop participating in the sober community. Do we detach? Yeah, that's an interesting point. Colin Walk's time just keeps ticking away. It does. It just keeps ticking by. Tick, tick, tick. It's gone, isn't it? 1 minute you're 20, next minute you're 40. And that we do stupid things, don't we? 4 months of Christmas. Jesus Christ. Only 4 months, that's crazy. I mean, that's just mad, isn't it? Christmas time. That's another problem when we're talking, Black Summer about the actual why do we go back on it and all that. I mean, Christmas time is a massive, massive trigger, isn't it? Christmas time is bad enough for sober people who've been sober for years, or non-drinkers when they play all those daft songs. The worst one is that one that starts, so this is Christmas, and what have you done? I must put the suicide rate up massive, that Christmas time. Seriously. But you ought to know that Stephen, I've helped, but keep doing it. That's the problem. It's not simple. Yeah, I know what you're saying, Billy. I know it's not easy. It took me years to get off it. Yes, Christmas is a major trigger. To be honest, I lay awake at night, most nights dwelling on the past, very hard to get those thoughts on my brain. Try to relax. That's the key, isn't it? Something's thinking about that now, but I try to block everything out now. The worst time was when I was hospital. Everything would go over my head. I wish this had happened when I was younger. I wish I'd had help here, this, that, and the other. But you see, you can't turn the clock back. Can you? Everyone has regrets, don't they? At the end of the day. That's when my 21st birthday cake was a Heineken themed cake. How fucked up was that? I'm 44. I know what you're saying. I was thinking about when I used to drink and drive. About 17. My friend was a steward at a local club. And I used to live in number 6 police houses. My dad was in the police. So when they did a vehicle check, I would come at 6 police houses and used to follow me around. So they never breathalyzed me. And they just stopped me. Then January, suicides of the chart for men. January time, around Christmas, a lot of divorces. Estate agents were the busiest time in January. I worked for an estate agent for a while, doing some volume. House sales and house rentals just after Christmas. Christmas can be a nightmare for alcoholics, or be the most wholesome thing if you keep off it. It's a fantastic offer, isn't it? Genuinely no magic wand. There's no magic wand, no berry, not at all. It's caused a lot of lonely men, because a lot of lonely men have no family at Christmas. It creeps up in them, a lot of people. Yeah, I don't think to do with family. I've been quite alone. I mean, I'm not now, but I was. My family some were a pain in the ass. I might have got parents, but my sisters and speak to me now. So, great number. We'll send you that. So, thanks, Paxton. I really appreciate that. Good man. Let's learn an extra. Anyone done bad to, I always track them down and apologise next day, even when dying with hunger. Oh, did some good. Let's learn. You'll be fine. You're a good man. Official Michael, hi there. How are you doing? And now subscribe. Well done, Michael. Nice to see you. If anyone wants to leave a super chat, it doesn't matter how much it is, just a small amount, even helps the channel, you know. Please hit the link. Or there's a coffee link pinned at the top here if you want to buy a coffee. A couple of people have already done that, and thanks to everybody for being here again. Britain Exposed, Rick has just gone live. All right, that's it. I thought you might do that actually. Yes, that's why he's come on here. He'd probably get a lot of hits on it actually, because it could be quite funny as well. Whether it's got the legs to carry on for months or years, I don't know. I think you might get a bit of abuse though. So Nick, has Kaz been on tonight? I haven't seen her. No, I've been thinking of her today because I know she was struggling. She did send a message this afternoon. It was a comment on one of the other videos. I just said, how are you doing? Or just acknowledged it. But I haven't seen her here. But I don't know if we haven't got a number of me. I could try and send a message about if I find a comment and send something back. But if she's not here, it's difficult, isn't it? We did tell her to ring 999. Later on, I think that's one of the steps in the addressing those that you may have done harm to. Nick, regarding cars, she has missed a couple of nights, you know, in the past. But it's good to give advice as whether it registers or not. Chris, how are you doing? Thanks, mate. Steve, thank you. Nice. Hello from Canada. Nice to see you. I just finished a Middle East political theology chat, and I feel like a drink now. Not surprised. I think I would. Nice to see you, Evan. Michael, I learned from religion we are all children from God, and we all might hit rock bottom one day. I certainly did. Please offer each other and lift each other up, not down. I agree. That's not true. Stop drinking at Christmas because it upsets me too much. Christmas is a nightmare. Thanks, Evan. It's nice to see you, and I hope you're well, even though they've had a heavy bout there. How do you come back stressed, Steve? I don't get much stress now. I was so close to dying. I don't get any stress. If something stresses me out, it washes over me now. Does that make sense? When you've been at the edge of life, every day is a good day. Even if the car breaks down or something else happens, or have a flood, it's just like, fuck it. I'm still alive. So that's the way to combat with stress. 80C. Adults will do what they want at the end of the day. Of course they will. So do children these days. Living that live, isn't it? I mean, like as I said before, I've done these videos before. I said, you haven't got the third choice of social drinking. Thanks, Steve. 80, that's you're welcome. You haven't got the third choice of social drinking. You either drink yourself to death or you stop. That's it. There's no third option. You can't moderate it. You can't do what the doctor's saying, taper off it. You can't cut down a bit. That's no good. Waste of time. You're in the grave or you're on the aeroplane. There's no middle ground. And that's what has to be in your brain. Because if you think there's a chance of drinking again, you're wasting your fucking time. To be fair. Stoic, nice to see you. We're waiting for you. I'll be waiting for you to fill in the gap. Not the gap, but to put my words into better words. So after having a tough week, I've packed in the ciggies again. Well done. Got up early and went to the gym, feeling myself again now. Good. I went to the gym this morning as well. Well, lunchtime. I don't like early mornings. So well done to you and nice to see you. So basically, everybody, what we have to do is help each other, concentrate on being good, concentrate on keeping sober, concentrate on being healthy. So 63 people at 10:15 on Monday is pretty much a record, really, which is brilliant, isn't it? So let's hit the super chat button if you can, please, or the Buy Me Coffee links at the top there. And thanks for everybody who's contributed. We'll keep going. So Blackstone's going to send me a load of new subjects for videos and chats, which is great, because if it can send me them, then I can have some sort of first level topic. I can get topics off the internet, but it's nice to get some where it's a bit more personal. Blackstone, some situations at Christmas can create pressure to take the edge off the big family meals. That's true, yeah. It's just ridiculous, isn't it? Just Sunday lunch with some cranberry sauce. That's it. Waste of fun time. Who banned me the other day? No idea. As with A, around here, the only requirement is to decide to stop drinking. Of course it is. So sorry, mate, just got in from work, raced home to get on here. And they say, well, thanks, good man. Thanks, Story, for popping in. Richard Bruce, I'm going to try and break my 3-week route. Yeah, you can do it. We'll help you here. Just keep plugging away, and keep at it, We'll get you to 4 weeks, we'll get you to 3 years, and keep going. This is going to be massive. We had a bit of a chat last night about doing a meetup. London, January. That's been decided. We'll get a date. Whoever wants to come. Dennis, good tip. When I started out, I wouldn't spend money on good things. 10 euro on good steak by Dennis. It's on price of £2. Buy a nice 150 quid drive. Buy Dennis. It's only one night out. That's a good point. Yeah, I must admit I do that with food, especially now. Or for once, I'll just get it. Because as Gordon Ramsay always says, always buy the best food you can afford. But it's a good point, Dennis. Treat yourself because you're not drinking. That's a big incentive. That. Chris, only trouble I find with withdrawal is the first 3 nights I try to just do a water fast and possibly eating going through withdrawal. I bet you agree. Yeah, I couldn't withdraw without the medication because I had seizures. I was too far gone, but I've heard that about the first 3 days. Dennis, I compared everything to the price of a drink. Yeah, it's true. Jack's Chapat. Good listening to you. I'm nearly ready to start again. Good. Nice to see you here. Anyone with your benefit from these lives, please drop a super chat in or the coffee links at the top. And nice to see so many new people as well. I mean, 64 people is really good at this time of night. And as I've said a million times now, 2 million times, it'll be lots and lots of more people when it gets dark at nights. But it's pretty dark there now, isn't it? It's only quarter about 20 past 10. So it's all going to get more lively. The main thing on here, though, as I said before, though, the reason we're here is to get healthy again, isn't it? Because without health, you can never be happy, And they say health is your wealth. It's your happiness, really, isn't it? Because when you're healthy, you don't have to worry about anything. When you're not healthy, you have to worry about 2 things. Whether you're going to survive and whether you're not. Are you going to get worse or are you going to get better? When you're healthy, just worry about one. You don't have to worry. You're just there. Healthy. Something happens to you, you've got these worries coming. Well, it's just going to be fixable. And we're going to deteriorate. And that all starts a massive mindset thing. Psychology and this sort of thing goes into it and you feel rough. And as soon as your mind starts to fail, then your body will fail. That's just me talking, maybe nonsense, but that's how I feel. But I usually get banned at this time, so I'll say it. Dennis, even if it's only 1 day a week to buy something nice, of course it is, yeah. 100%. Catherine Thompson, looking great, Stephen. I'm nearly a month, so well done, Catherine. I was a terrible binge drinker, straight vodka. Wow, 6 or 7 litres over a weekend. So with terrible anxiety, I can't help laugh when you say snow off a date. Well, this goes quick, doesn't it? A very posh woman told me that years ago. I left down the schools are back Wednesday. Unfortunately, I won't be able to too much. Life gets busy again. Don't really like flying, just pop in when you can, whenever you like. Stoic evening, Derek, mate. You good? Which one? Urban House. Today is one of those days I stay indoors. Catch up on house chores because if I went out there, I would end up in the pub. Yeah, it's so great for online chats. That's no problem. Thanks for being here, Urban House. Lizzie, good night, everyone. I'm off to buy pit. It's an hour later here. Of course, it's 11:30. We've got 69 people here, which is incredible at this time of night. Elizabeth Curtis, I agree with you, Dennis. I would think I could buy a bottle of that. Yeah. Think about the good things you can buy. The money you save is colossal. Put some money into a savings account. All these things you can do. If you want to drop a super chat in here, put one in here. Doesn't matter how much it is. If you want to buy a coffee, please do that. The money you'll save by being sober is colossal. I was doing about 1,500 quid a month at one point in London. It's mad. That's a long time ago as well, you know. Matt, is it normal to come back from the pub and have a bash? Why not? So yeah, you know, the money you save, you can put towards something which is a bit more beneficial. And like Dennis was saying, you know, buy something good. Catherine, some serious drinking, even by my standards. Well done, you must have had your bottle back. Oof, a lot of drinking, isn't it? 6 or 7 litres of vodka. Wow. 500 quid, my God, yeah. But I was working Mayfair and Soho, you know. So it was expensive. Westminster area, the booze, and I was drinking premium lager. And a lot of it. And, you know, eating out and this sort of thing. Crackers. I did earn some good money, but it was all wasted on nonsense. Wine, women, and song, really, and it was just crazy. When I look back at the amount of money I spent, I'd lost, and I'm pleased to be here with you, good people, now and having a decent life. Because when I went really downhill, as you all, or some of you have been to, you'll know how horrendous, how torturous, how horrific that is. To have nothing to look forward to feeling trapped, and to also feeling, my God, there's no life here. People lager, the drink of gods when flush with cash. It was, yeah, the drink of gods. Yeah, the drink of gods. I like that. It was good, wasn't it? You remember Orange Boom? That was a good lager. Pills and all that sort of thing. Griff, how you doing, Griff? Monday to Friday every week I exercise and I'm sober. Every Saturday and Sunday I sabotage myself and get drunk. I spent every Monday regretting it, but the cycle continues ridiculous. I agree, Griff. I did that for years and years and years and years. But this is why we're here, to get people off the booze, get people healthy, get people relaxed. There's nothing better than sitting in the quiet, right? Because to me, alcoholism is chaos. It's a chaotic life. A chaotic life. That's all it is. There's no peace, there's no time off. It's a full-time job. Even going for a holiday is torture. Because you get there and you try and locate the off licenses, the bars, all this something. You never relax on holiday. You come back from holiday worse than before you went. You don't enjoy the food. You don't enjoy the company. You don't enjoy the sunshine. You enjoy fuck all, basically. Everything's a waste of time when you drink. Why is it taking me so long to realise that, I wonder? It's bizarre, isn't it? But I must admit, I didn't want to drink in 2014. I did, for the sake of somebody else. I didn't realise a small amount would take me straight back and nearly kill me. That's the danger. But because when I watch Coronation Street and people drinking the Rovers return, it encourages me to start drinking. Well, honestly, if that's your level of intellect, go on, Bertie, switch it off. Watch YouTube or something and do something, learn something. Go on to ChatGPT. What are you watching Coronation Street for? Your age? You don't when you're 94 in the care home. For goodness sake. I'm being serious, Billy. I've got a mate like you who's 42. He watches nonsense and drinks in the pub all day. 42, you should be prime of life. I'm being nice there, Billy. It was not piss take. I mean, really, you need to be getting out more if you're watching Coronation Street. Seriously, but I understand your logic on that with the pub being the centre of attention. The hope, sorry. Love Curry. Jesus. Another one. The Ryan holiday books. Well, great on they have read David Goins too. They're good. No one's not stoicism, but great for mental strength. Okay. I never said you weren't intelligent, but I just said, why do you watch Coronation Street? A mate of mine used to watch it. He was a sergeant and met with me. A bloke called Simon, he used to watch Coronation Street. He used to work his grub break around the 7:30 Star when we started, and be in the canteen watching it. When other people want to watch football, he'd try and nick the TV remote. I never understand what, I never said why, but anyway, it's gone off topic a bit. So basically, this is the mantra: we can't drink again. We need to prevent relapse. We know when we are slipping away about to drink, I think. Because the boredom sets in, the doubt. I thought it'll be all right. And a bit like, I think it's going to be okay to drink. I think I'm cured a little bit. I think I feel better, I feel stronger, you know. But you're never going to be cured. Try and enjoy the simple things in life. But yeah, what's countdown? What's that one with the guy? But there's three experts. The Chase, I've seen that before. It's quite good because I never understood what I read online sources. Decompensated, right? Because decompensated is what I had, which is symptoms, visible and physical symptoms. When I had ascites fluid and spontaneous bacterial peritonitis, which is and malnutrition, the liver's failing. Compensated is when you have cirrhosis, but the liver functions okay. Now I went from decompensated to compensated, which is very rare apparently. So that's what it means. Decompensated is much worse. The prognosis is terrible. I was given 2 years to live in 2019. Compensated is much better, as long as you don't drink. But it's very hard to get from decompensation to compensation. That's the thing you got to remember. Depends what level you are. I never had jaundice, no, but that's another symptom. A lot of people have compensated cirrhosis and never get diagnosed, hence liver disease called the silent killer by a lot of medics. Catherine Rice said, "Better get a life. When you stop moving, you're literally dying. Yeah, you got to keep moving, keep your head moving as well, get your brain moving. You know, get something to read or look at. It took me many years to figure out that I wasn't really relapsing, so I would never stop drinking for more than a few days. Right, understand. Right, I've got you on that one. Chris Jones, what movement is key for longevity? Yeah, you've got it, and also muscle strength. But the chase is rubbish, multiple choices, University Challenge and Mastermind. Well, University Challenge is good. I'll just guess the answers. Mastermind used to be good, didn't it? After shouting TV, watching it could drive anyone to drink. I agree, I don't watch TV. I'm too busy talking to you about. Going to sleep, folks. Not always here because didn't feel ready. So good night and God bless. See you later, Derek. Nice to see you, and thanks for the donation. If anyone else wants to drop a super chat in or buy me a coffee, that would be really received. It keeps the channel moving along. And it's doing really well, isn't it, the channel? Much better than I assumed it ever would. It's such a short time. Get a telescope. That's a good idea. I'd love to watch the stars, you know. So I could get into that. Let alone I had a workmate from a few years back. He had jaundice and his doctor gave him his bad news. Poor fellow done himself in. Jesus. Not good. Not good at all. Chris and Bristol, PPP. Derek, good night. Yeah, I agree. See you later, Derek. Not sure how medical science would describe it, but to me, relapse would happen only after the withdrawal symptoms abated. But it felt so bad I would start again before and the withdrawal. Yeah, you just vicious cycle again. But it's got 2 telescopes. That's good. So yeah, basically, we need to just keep focused. Keep the mantra of "I won't drink again. It's going to kill me" in your head, and that's what you got to concentrate on. And if you can do that, then you got half a chance. And keep coming on here and keep supporting the channel. Watch the videos as well, you know. And if you don't know anybody who's in this shit like you or like us, who really are in a mess, then get them on here, because I'm sure that you can help other people. If that makes sense, because we can be expert patients, you know. We know a lot more than any of these doctors do, unless they've been alcoholics or are alcoholics. And most of them doctors are not alcoholics. So we've got a vast knowledge of what it feels like to be in a mess, what it feels like to be depressed, what it feels like to be tortured by it and be trapped by it, you know. I'm actually amazed there's 60 people on here at this time, which is incredible. So it's grown so quickly, this, to have this level of engagement is absolutely unreal. And I thought you were my mate. So we've got a massive amount of people here, so I might keep going a little bit. Right, the role of fitness diet. I've just been talking about this. The role of fitness and diet, absolutely massive. We can't underestimate that enough. Fitness and diet, because they work hand in hand, don't they? And you've got to eat when you're in recovery. You've got to eat as much as you can. Everyone says 9 months sober today, but for some reason feeling triggered just by the idea. No, 9 months, keep it going. Uncomfortable feeling, but keeping focused on tasks nonetheless. The thing is, you've got to remember, overnight, 9 months sober, right? What are you going to gain by 9 hours drinking? You're going to end up in blowout sleep, and you're going to feel fucking terrible tomorrow. And you spent 90 quid or $90, whatever it is. But fitness and eating well strengthen your mind to resist temptation. Exactly. It's all strength. Get some strength exercises done as well, you know. It doesn't matter what age you are, you know, do so. The gym stuff are there to help. I mean, the gym next to me I can't remember what's called now. It's only 1999. Pure Gym or something like that. It's not Pure Gym, it's a gym group. I said nothing. It's all good for you. You see people now you might have a chat with, and as somebody mentioned, there's a lot of recovering addicts in gyms trying to get themselves back and trying to get themselves to a point where they're even further back and try to take over the sober, the normal drinkers, as it were, the social drinkers. They look well because they overcompensate of things, And it's such a sneaky little thought. I'm well enough now, so I could handle it. Very sneaky thought. Last time, it's amazing how much eating and exercising change how positive your mind is. It's a massive mindset change, isn't it? I'm saving a lot of money, and it's a great incentive to keep going. Of course, it is. Stephen McMullen, hi, mate. Hope all as well. Just got back from eating. All good, Stephen. I thought you were going to wrap it up soon, but thanks for popping in. I hope your meeting went well. Stuart, have a nice, well done on the 9 months, mate. It's just incredible, isn't it? Get comfortable being uncomfortable. It takes time, but eventually you'll get peace of mind. Yeah, you will. Yeah, you've got to just go with the flow, really. Once you get peace of mind, you can relax a bit, can't you? And when you relax a bit, everything will improve and everything will repair. It's the main thing. Electrolyte, I'm always good for eating. I read a horror story once, a fella dying from alcoholic. I don't know what ketoacidosis. I had malnutrition. I went down 9 stone. So I probably wasn't far off, whatever that word is. I didn't eat for months because the BS of calories that was feeding me, really. Really, really bad. It's all scary stuff, isn't it, when you read into it? So basically, you've got to be aware of the dangers. I think we all are. No, I wasn't aware of the danger. I thought it was quite intelligent until I had that seizure. And I realised how little I knew about it. How little I knew about life, really, to be honest. And especially about the addiction side of things. Absolutely horrendous. I didn't nearly lose your life over it. Wow. And the trauma I put my family through, and just about thinking about what we've done. So now I've got a chance to be sober. And that's what we need to enjoy life. I didn't eat because I knew eating would reduce the buzz. Right, that's an interesting thing. Like I said, I didn't have any buzz the last time I relapsed. There was no buzz at all. It was just fighting to live. And having a drink was keeping me alive, to be fair. There's no buzz there. Juxtapat, I'll be feeling guilty leaving my drinking buds, but I'll have to think of me. Forget about them bastards, because they don't like you anyway. Mine didn't. Look after yourself, Jackson. You really look after yourself. That's a serious note. You must look after yourself. Cannabis, Chris. I've never done it, but there's a lot less harm than alcohol. I know that. Andrew, hello, everyone. Struggling at the minute, but catching the last bit of this live. Hello, John. Nice to see you. Thanks for the coffee the other night. Ryan's a good support of the channel. If anybody else wants to support the channel, then please drop a super chat or buy me a coffee. Links at the top. What are you struggling with, Anne? Was it just a feeling of wanting to have a drink, or like Leonard always had a good fill out of a chip shop back in the early days, a good feed of pints. Thinking about, I did as well. Yeah, when I was younger, but not later. Yeah, tell us what's wrong, Anne, if you don't mind. We'll see what we can do for you. Because we can maybe give you some guidance. Because we've all been there, I mean, some people here have been further down the line than me. And I've been pretty much on death's door for a long time. I was between 2014 and 2019. Unbeknownst, because I stopped cannabis and smoked 2 weeks after stopping the booze. I'm going to give it a year, maybe have a hoot, but I decided cannabis is a bit of a gateway drug for booze. Yeah, I've never done cannabis. The only thing I took my drug of choice was alcohol. Because I think cannabis is good for you, arthritis. I think it's been looked at by the medics. It's pretty good, yeah, for something. It's the wretched booze, isn't it? It's always the booze, isn't it, that catches up with you. That's the big problem in life, the booze, isn't it? Because you cannot get away from it. It's everywhere, and it's so easy just to have a couple of drinks, isn't it? 2 puffs of cannabis and I'm stoned. That's fair enough. Let's all look at being healthy anyway, and doing the best we can for each other, help each other out a bit, and keep dropping the super chats in, the coffees in, and we'll keep going with the channel, and it's getting stronger and stronger every week. I've noticed there's more people being engaged for longer. If that makes sense. And driver, yes, sometimes I struggle and always will be so depressed. I see what you're going on here. On this time, you said it's hard, isn't it? We just fancy that drink and go, let's have one, takes the edge off the problems, and but it always comes back to bite us the next day, isn't it? Kieran says, I've been drinking for years. I stopped for 1 month, longest in years. Relapsed again. Been sober 1 week now. That's good, Kieran. If you need any help with that long term, then if you go into the description part of the videos, there's a link to one-to-one mentoring and support, and have a look at that. That's line of cannabis oil was the only thing that relieved my wife cancer pain. Wow, you know, so sad. Alex, I know cannabis doesn't agree with everyone's heads, but it's better for you than booze. Of course it is. Just watch with cross addictions, addicting. When we start the booze or our drug of choice, good point. I think things can get worse. Frank, sitting the haters and sending big hugs. Yeah, and me. Get well on and keep plugging around here. Blackstone, unfortunately, my dad always liked me drinking with him, even though he knew I had a bit of a problem. Right? Strange, isn't it? My parents were very against me, even though they used to drink, but not to the degree I did. I'm not going to call people normal drinkers anymore. I think we'll just call them social drinkers. You know, but people don't get violent smoking cannabis. Of course, don't. Most violent crime, most domestic crime, is down to alcohol. So there's always alcohol behind it at some point. You know, that's not something that's been hidden away, is it? It's not good at all for people. Alcohol, so you know, it's a deadly thing. It's horrendous, to be honest. And it's got to be taken out of society. That's possible. I don't think it will be. We'll be long dead, I think, by the time that gets taken out. But it's getting worse, and I fear for this AI coming in, where people aren't going to be able to go to work as much. There'll be more opportunity to drink. That's why it went up in COVID. A lot of people died of alcoholic hepatitis then, you know. It's normal drinkers have drunk too much. Thanks, Frank, for buying that membership. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Well done, Frank. You know, so the COVID thing gave more people time, availability to drink. And that's what's going to happen when jobs come down. Job losses come around because they'll have more time to drink. The availability of drink will be more. And they'll just say, I'll have a couple of drinks today. What else am I going to do? And then just watch the alcoholism rate increase. It'll be incredible. Cannabis does help with arthritis. I think it should be legal. I think it will be very soon. It's been legal in Holland for years, hasn't it? I wonder if alcoholism was a bigger problem in cities than in the countryside. It's worse in the countryside, funny enough, because there's nothing for people to do. Unless I know drugs is worse in some countryside places. You know, head per head. I'm on about. You know, I wonder if so people in cities are busy. They're not in the country. Certainly alcoholism. I'm not sure about cannabis, maybe similar, but certainly alcoholism is definitely worse. In the countryside. It's one thing to stop interacting with friends who drink, but when it's family, it's a tough call to cease communicating. Yeah, well, they should know better than to sort of encourage you to drink, really, shouldn't they? I agree with you that AI is dangerous. I heard a song yesterday and it's getting close to the real singers. Oh, it's incredible, AI. This is just the start of it. And it will get faster and faster and faster. Really bad. Whiskey, I drink it too much, so I love it in the hospital. Okay. Right, it's 10:40. There's a lot of people still on here, but I want to get off. I've got a couple of things to do. Thanks, everybody, for turning up. And thanks for the donations. And I think Blackstone's going to send some subjects for tomorrow and beyond. And I think that'll be good. We'll get on some new subjects and we can expand stuff and and maybe even do a bit more with this. I don't know what we can do. If anybody's got any idea, thanks, Blackstone. Any idea what we can do to help make it bigger and better, then please get in touch. I think the time is right, about 9 o'clock. Seems to suit people. Thanks, Richard. 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock seems to be optimum for people. And, it's a good show now again. It's getting more regular, isn't it? We've always got plenty to talk about. That's the main thing. And I got the last bit of chat. Thanks to the chat, folks. No problem, Evan. sleep well, and have a good day tomorrow. And should be okay for tomorrow night, same time. And like I say, we'll have some new subjects, which should be good. Not that we'll ever run out of subjects, because there's a lot of characters on here, and so few like friends already, don't we? And once we've met, in a few months' time, it'll be even more solid. There'll be a lot more people here then. There'll be lots of Bertie, lots of Catherines, lots of Richards, lots of Stevens, lots of Submariners, and lots of Stoics. There'll be loads of us. And it'll be excellent. And it's a good social group as well. God knows where it'll take us. Could be the new Twitter, for all we know. So, on that note, I'll say good night and take care, everyone.